As we know, Figma has announced their new Figma Site features, and we just have access to the beta. We're going to go through it, do a bit of a review, and see if it's good, if it's bad, what we can do, what we can't do in them. And let's just dive in. It's going to be really simple, really quick. We have access to this. You can create a Figma site through here or through directly having access to new tools at the top. First thing, before I say anything, it is really weird that Figma has changed the how you create things based on where you are. If you're on your recent files, you have tiny things here. If you're in your draft, you have a plus button. It is the same size, but in expand like this. And if you are in like the plus, you have them big like this. I don't know why it's 4 different things. That's what we have to play with. That's about it. So let's start with a new site. This is Figma Site. Build responsive interactive sites with ready-made blocks and AI chat. Interesting. Everything you need to go from work in progress to ship. No tool switching required. I have doubts. Then the fine prints. By continuing, you agree this beta. You agree this beta is subject to Figma's beta terms. Yes. And acceptable publication policies. Interesting. Notwithstanding any other contracts you may have with Figma. If you choose to use AI features in Figma sites, you consent to Figma's AI sub-processors, which means as soon as I do get started, I'm going to have to give out my rights for content. I'm tempted to use one of the existing templates to see how it's built. Bloom has many pages. Let's use these templates and see how it works. Responsive by design. If you create a page, it's gonna, or if you create something on the web page, it's gonna be impacted on the rest of the elements, which makes sense. We then have building blocks. Next point, on the other side, you can preview, which makes sense. And then you have publish. I have a question to the Figma that created this. If I go from center to side, to the other side, to the other side, can you just not make me go on, give me a flow that makes sense? Like preview your website here, responsiveness, elements, publish, because they are close together. But I get it. So right now we have a very, I'm also, okay, 100%. I would expect the publish button to be on the other side. This is a very much framework experience. You know what? I'm gonna do that. If you have your website here. I do like this header selection on Framework because I'm used to it. You can add the plus and create custom styles, which is interesting. It's pretty much the same. So, similar stuff. Similar stuff. Wise, because we are here, we are seeing the move tool, web page, which contains web page, section, and frame. The embed link, which is code related make, which is coming soon. Shapes, same as usual. Pen tool, image, text, comments, and AI related content. There is no move to design, move to code, move to preview here, which is interesting. The thing that I'm seeing here, each of the preview, if I'm on tablet, I'm seeing a tablet icon. If I'm on mobile, I'm seeing a mobile icon. Desktop, tablet, mobile. This is the primary source. Cool. We have multiple pages, home, gallery, in the same fucking order. Like these two, you should just do that. It's like home, about, gallery. Don't make me go side to side. Anyways, I'm distracted again. Blocks, pre-made blocks, navigation, hero section, features, feature blocks, embed code. I'm about to dunk on so much stuff just because of how this looks. Look at this and look at how this is exactly the same. Like the utility is pretty much the same design. I get it. It's design that works. Not going to complain about that. But couldn't you have created something a bit more original, Figma-like, not necessarily just a copy of the existing? Complaining. All good. So we have pages templates, which is good. We have navigation-based, which is like navigation-based right here. And in section, features. All right. It seems, again, they are like a bit more designed than what we have on Framer. But I'm going to add this thing right about here. And it's going to be added everywhere on this specific page because it has behaviors and probably setup that explain how things are supposed to behave. This is responsive to an extent that is pretty good. That though, that it is really bad. Font choices. Font choices. The search is the same as usual. The settings are gonna give me really. This is the same picture. This is the same shit. That's crazy. You have access to your not published thing, the name of your site, description, language. You have different web pages if you want specific text based on the web page themselves, which is really good. But you didn't have your images for your file icon and all. Domain name here is debatable, but I'm guessing this is going to be in the publish button. I'm going to go back in the page just for now and check some stuff. If I go into interactions, we have the noodles common for Figma interaction and post typing. So as soon as you create something, this point is going there. All of that is making sense because this is a link. I don't have interactions option. The interaction we have, you can set a variable, which is interesting. Hover effects, press effects, reveal. Transform, which is really good. Could be good. Custom cursor, debatable if it's really used. And then some playful stuff, as in this thing that's been brighter effect. Programmable text, draggable, and mouse parallax. Yeah, debatable on this one. The low familiarity makes sense. It will feel more natural if you have something that is in the place that you are used to. But again, from what you have said earlier, the publish button is supposed to be here. Like you want to share something, so it's publish. It's supposed to be right there based on previous things. Like the publish button is basically sharing with the world and share is sharing with someone else in some of your company. So yeah, nonetheless, so far, pretty simple. The settings are the same and design themes give us the same thing. To access accessibility elements, we go into the accessibility folder and add a tag and say that this is not a div. This is an H1, for example, which is not the case. But it's accessible. Makes no sense. The thing that I don't like about this is that we are limited, extremely limited to div, paragraph, H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I don't think the people that have worked on this have seen that a span exists. Have seen that a link exists. Have seen that I don't know, something else exists. I have doubts. I don't think it's a good idea. There is an effect, including the ability to get textures from Figma Draw directly inside of this, which is interesting. Not good, but interesting. I'm thinking this could do good. I have doubts, and we'll see. Last point is the publish button. If we publish that, we will have the ability to define a site title, have a URL, which I need to publish the site first in order to get a figma.site URL. And as far as right this instant, I do not have the ability to get custom domains in there. Chris, to answer your question, there is no hosting and cost defined yet because that's not a thing. It is not a thing just yet. Everything is currently free until it's out of beta. And yeah, it's like matching it. Layers, do we have it out thing there? No. Do we have something in there? No. Do we have the ability to get a CMS page? No. The CMS is there. It's coming soon, so that's not an option yet. You can connect the domain when you have something published, not prior. Yeah, I don't want to publish this because this is like the initial templates, and publishing a templates makes no sense. It will always be good and always be working because they have worked on it well enough to ensure that if you publish this, you will have the content that you need to have. So I don't want to publish this specifically. I want to get a new file from scratch and see if we can publish something. If you have published something, yeah. In the settings, we don't have a lot, to be honest. But we're going to start a new file. I think that's going to be a best option from scratch. We know what we can't do. We want a very basic website, so we need to remove the breakpoint of mobile because it's not necessary in the beginning. I just need a navigation. That navigation is going to have my logo and I see. If you click on it, it's good. Let's add hero. That I'm doing like Stoney's website. In a pinch, underneath that, I added the feature section. My feature section is set into 4 blocks, but I'm going to use this one instead. So we have 3 features, followed by a side-to-side thing, which is this one, I guess. I know you could have your custom domain in there, but I think the pricing is still not priced at all as of right now, just because it's so I'm using their templates blocks for no reasons other than we can. Work on it. These done, we good. We have the pages, we have the layers here. Nothing is named properly, which is really impressive. This is our landing page. It is built off properly. I don't know if that's good, but we'll see. From here, we can add a breakpoint. By adding a breakpoint to these blocks that already have been created and defined by Figma, we are getting something perfectly working. Really working. Look at this. Look at how cute that is. Oh my God. It's so cool. This is just the tablet version. That's crazy. Let's add the mobile version. This is too much padding. That's probably the issue, to be honest, on these. And then here we need this. This is really bad in terms of how it's behaving. It's supposed to be like 100%, and it's not. No, these are really good. Why? Oh, that's bad. Sorry, this is the new version of the anchor point for the web rather than using the usual that we are used to so far. They are giving us something different. And yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. It's position absolute, and that's the reason why it's broken. These are gonna be moving back to position relative, so it works with the rest of the page. Let's move that up. These are gonna have something centered for now. We're gonna take these elements and potentially add constraint. No, I can't because it's relative. Top is going to take a bit of a padding, 24, 16, something. Yeah, but not really. We have things. This is really shit. Cool. That's done. Let's publish this so that it's bad and takes money from Figma. That's the goal. This is debatable. I can connect a domain, my own domain, if I want. I have 10 custom domains included. You pay $16 a month and get 10 websites. That's good compared to Framer. If I have 10 websites, I'm going to pay at a minimum $5 per website. So I'm paying $50 in total per month with Framer, plus the domain cost and all that. But as a base, this is going to be cheaper overall. Unlimited domain is crazy, but I get it. But yeah, that's an interesting thing. It's the exact same system. You create an A records, and a C name record, and an A record probably to get your content. So that makes sense. Yeah, not free, because you still need to pay for professional at least. But if you're in an org plan, yes, you probably have the ability to connect stuff. The only thing that I'm not sure about, and this is the same thing that I had with Framer in the past, and it's one of the reasons why it's ahead. What happened if you decide to downgrade, you decide to move away from Figma and use something else? Is the website still up until you move it and upload something else? Is it on once your subscription ends? If you're on a professional plan, create a domain, and then downgrade to free, is your website still up? Good question. I don't know. But that's an interesting thing. This is what we have created. We have teeny tiny hover effect. Not much because we haven't created any things, to be honest. But the thing that we have seen, and the thing that we have seen in Kevin's video, is this. I think we need to put this at the bottom to make sense. Based on what he said, for individuals, you have your text that says for individual, and for some reason your last letter is in a span. It doesn't make any sense. And we don't understand why that's the case. Like this one, for example, the question mark is in a span. It's just weird. Why would you have your last letter be with different kerning? A bold headline that delivers is going to have the E and the S as two separated span because they are in two different lines instead of being one single block of text. The dot comma period at the end is a span. It makes no sense. Yes, you should check the div. You should check the div. They don't have a different line height. Like these two, we don't have anything here that makes any sense. The line height of 1.1 with a, look at that. Look at that pixel. Look at that pixel. It's weird. They're not the same size. It's weird. More important, let's say I want to change this and make it with an accessibility tag that is going to be H1. This is my H1. This is going to be my P for paragraph. And we want this to work, right? Add a Z right here. And I'm going to add XX. There are two of the highest caps and publish this. It is slow. But this now is an H1, which contains top line, second line, instead of having two things, like still having two things, is two, yeah, no, they are the same. It's really weird. Ended with a space. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's add a space right here. And let's publish that. Again, because Figma is in the beta section right now, we want to use as much as we can of the free version that we make them pay for creating something better. Does that changes my span? Do I get something that is better here? Yes. The space is in the span now, which is bad, but it's interesting. If you end your sentences with a space, you should be good. The thing I don't understand is, why is this one line of text? Do I have a break here? Is that what happens? No, that's a natural break. Makes no sense. Nonetheless, in terms of design, it is pretty good. If you have a design already and can just copy paste from your file, you will have the ability to publish quickly. Most people that will use this feature, at least from my point of view, are not the people that care about how good the code is. I need something as a front for my landing page quickly, create a design, then click publish and linked my domain instead of having this as a framer site with a lot of custom designs and other interactions. This means that I can quickly get this because it's a very, very simple website done in Figma and then be good and not have to pay for framer. That seems like a pretty simple thing. Let's say what we have to do with Stony is the content we need to go live, delete everything, and drop that in. We should, with one click, update something. There is like some layout resizing conflict. There is some appearance that are unsupported. Interesting. For the radius, with a smoothing, I see it's fixed for me. You say it's unsupported, but can I still publish though? Can. Pretty cool. Yes. That's pretty good. Tony, we have a landing page for you. The components already have interactions. We end up with things that work. Pretty impressive. These are supposed to be around here, but that is supposed to be on the other side. But now it's not the case. Why the fuck is that weird then? I click on there without fill are unsupported. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, this all isn't supported? God damn. I mean, it's supported variable. Attaching variable to a vector isn't currently supported. You cannot create a variable. You can create a style, but not a variable, which is supposed to replace the styles in Figma. Who would have thought? Oh, that is. I'm going to give you the URL. Remove everything. This is like, it's not supposed, there's supposed to be an overflow hidden on this. Complain about it. Figma Site is probably going to be shit. I need to do the responsiveness to make it work based on the fact I already have the components for this specific page, both desktop and mobile. We should get put quickly by switching one file. But there is like so much stuff that is supposed to be fill container, placing differently, and that whole thing is supposed to be a grid. Oh, that, but again, because of how quickly this is, if this is the only thing you needed in any cases, you are done. You have your landing page. You just need to change the content and some stuff here and there. But that's about it. It's done. If you don't care about responsiveness, you're good. If you care about responsiveness, it's going to take a bit, not much. And then you're done. It's just the content. Technically speaking, pretty good in terms of how things work afterward. Debatable. Figma Site is a pretty good software overall. It needs to grow in terms of maturity and in terms of how the code is based and created to have something that is accessible, because right now it is not. We need to have something that is a bit more intuitive and more like code editors rather than design editors in order to make it work. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. You know the train, and I see you in the next one. Bye. Cool, done, stopped. Now we have to edit this thing later.